Speak one more language, live one more life. Leave your details to learn more about our effective English courses. Good day, everyone. It's me, Liesl from Langmaster, and today we're going to teach you how to make a presentation. Ta-da! So, are you ready? Yes, let's get started. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. I am going to talk about. I'm going to talk about the purpose of my presentation is. The purpose of my presentation is I'm going to take a look at. I'm going to take a look at. I'm going to give you common facts and figures. I'm going to give you common facts and figures. I'm going to concentrate on. I'm going to concentrate on. I'm going to fill you in on the history of. I'm going to fill you in on the history of. I'm going to limit myself to the question of. I'm going to limit myself to the question of. My presentation is in 3 parts. My presentation is in 3 parts. My presentation is divided into 3 main sections. My presentation is divided into 3 main sections. Firstly, secondly, thirdly, finally. Firstly, secondly, thirdly, finally. Do feel free to interrupt me if you have any questions. Do feel free to interrupt me if you have any questions. I'll try to answer all of your questions after the presentation. I'll try to answer all of your questions after the presentation. I plan to keep some time for questions after the presentation. I plan to keep some time for questions after the presentation. As I said at the beginning. As I said at the beginning. As you remember, we are concerned with. As you remember, we are concerned with. I'd now like to move on to. I'd like to move on to. I'd like to turn to. I'd like to turn to that's all I have to say about. That's all I have to say about. Now, I'd like to look at. Now, I'd like to look at. This leads me to my next point. This leads me to my next point. This graph shows you. This graph shows you. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. If you look at this, you will see. If you look at this, you will see. I'd like you to look at this. I'd like you to look at this. This chart illustrates the figures. This chart illustrates the figures. As you can see. As you can see. This clearly shows. This clearly shows. So, let me summarize what I've said. So, let me summarize what I've said. Well, that's great. I hope you're ready to make a great presentation. But that's the end of this Langmaster collection. I'm Liesl. Make sure you stay tuned for the next collection by subscribing to our channel. And if you're looking for a suitable English course, then leave your phone number and your email address in the comment box below. Keep practicing, my students, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.